Okay, Kim, let's go and see our mysterious chimney dweller. Right, where the hell is she? Here we go. She said she was going to open the door, and she has. Okay, Kim. We should probably be on our guard. She didn't sound too threatening, but she can't be totally right if she's living in a chimney. Okay. What have we got here? This tray is full of dice. Colourful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. She seems to like dice, Kim. Hello?
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
That's a good point. Let's play along for now before we jump to that. Hold on, what do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a Melia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages.
Right.
But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. I knocked on the metal curtain thing, but not the window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Okay, just why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Yeah, let's play along, shall we? Sure, I like role-playing games, and I need some dice, yes.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
Okay.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
This person means you or no one else. Absolutely no harm.
Yeah.
She will answer freely and honestly.
Okay. So how did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Okay, do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Yes, I think they are.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
So where are we anyway? What is this place exactly?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Oh, definitely.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I mean, I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Okay. Well, how would you explain what happened to all those other companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Well, Plaisance, the book lady downstairs, she's the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Well, Plaisance is a wise woman, I think. She's got these Seminese trinkets protecting her against the curse.
Ah, the Seminese trinkets, of course.
She nods as if this explains everything.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Well, maybe because it's a separate building and the malicious energies can't reach there?
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there, scattered from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years,
Whoa.
selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'll be the first to admit there do seem to be inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Well,
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
honestly, I'm still not sure. The world is a puzzling place. There's a story behind that.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
She turns back to her work.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
No, she's not. Yeah. I mean, do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Kuno comes to mind, but
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
what's a snuff, Milia?
It's a sub rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some
Right.
people pay good money to get off on it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I can't remember anything about the world, but even I know that isn't right.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Really? Okay, well, I'm quite glad, to be honest.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Then she lets the thought go. Okay, what about the gym downstairs? What happened there?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Okay, and who was this Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Okay. I suppose, judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh, did they? Mental note to check that when Kim isn't around.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Okay. And what's with the stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why this might have been. Yeah, why this might have been a doomed commercial district.
Anything else?
The hair salon, anything about that?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
I guess I'm just a simple man and don't really have any opinions on hairstyles.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
She tucks a strand of hair under her headscarf. I also found some creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What in the name of...
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
You learn something new every day, Kim, hey?
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Makes sense.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
She looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in a bow tie.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Yeah. Okay. Note to self. Need to trust my gut instincts on this. Yeah. Also found a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
All right, what about their other ideas?
There was really just one.
Oh.
And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Okay.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
Yeah, it does sound like that. Sounds a bit like the girl in the other shop with the tear.
Fritta does the same thing.
Yeah. I know a girl just like that. She works in Fritta as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. And what about the bear? Exactly.
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out with the bear either, did it?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Oh, Kim, that could be an important point.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Oh, I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Megatherian?
Megatherian. A mega wild beast.
Okay, what's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life.
Right.
By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Yeah. I think I might have a vision beast myself. Not that I can remember much about it. I'm fairly sure I did drugs. I drank too.
Do you? Well, good luck keeping it under control.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
What about the rotor blades and skis? What about that?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Yeah, something tells me that happens a lot. She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Okay, and what do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
The lieutenant. He looks stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
It's not a bad idea. Probably right. Probably would take too long. I also found this strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Yeah. She closes her eyes as if some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw 2 of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
Or what went wrong exactly?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her, curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
For what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
Yeah, the last bit... I mean, I'm not exactly a paragon of discipline, but yeah, the last one sort of makes sense.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important.
It is. It is. It's, showing up to work on time can be incredibly hard sometimes.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Very true, very true. Our eyes wander to the shelves full of die prototypes and discarded models.
Something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
Yeah, just one other thing. I found the building's intercom, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. Had a very strange conversation with a woman.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusky skin.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Okay, so a strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Someone actually answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
She looks like she doesn't really believe me.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
Well, no, it wasn't Plaisance. I know her and would have recognized her voice. It's rather distinct.
Oh, right. But did this person say anything?
She still sounds skeptical. She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago.
Whoa.
Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
It was.
Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
I sort of like this woman. I'm aware that I can come across strange, so I'm just going to play along with this. Yeah, you're right. I probably just got made fun of.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
This is very true. So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was thinking actually the Slipstream SCA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got exactly the same message.
Why would Slipstream SCA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
Okay, just let it go, Harry, let it go.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
Kim, I wasn't expecting that from you. Okay, let's, just, you mentioned about the whirling in rags, and is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
That would explain a lot. I don't think I've had a lot of luck there. I saw the name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Probably right.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
What have you got against pinball, Kim?
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Okay, I've got a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Actually, not the building.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I'm intrigued by these dice. Maybe I should get one. I don't have a lot of money. It could leave me short. I can always get more bottles, though, can't I? Also, if I order a die from her, maybe although she doesn't seem like she's suspicious, she seems fairly honest. But she could still be an entity living in the chimney. Okay. I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'm looking for something to help me with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
I like that. I do like that.
Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Oh! Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Don't drop them, Harry. Catch!
You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
No!
Down the drain, like your career.
Oh, God.
I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
I'll pick up the red die.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken.
Oh.
It's a shame. They might have brought you luck.
I need it.
You definitely need luck in Martinez.
I do. She closes her desk drawer.
Is she pitying you? Good God, she's pitying you.
Well, I pity me.
Now, was there anything else?
I wanted some dice. Oh, well, might as well just get on with the police work. Do you know anything about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
And what do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids.
Yeah.
And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
And what they're feeding them.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work on Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
And in all that time, you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Okay, I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I think that's it. Maybe I just need to ask her about the entity again. Because we have to go back to Plaisance.
I'm listening.
No, maybe I'm...
Good. I hope
I'm
it
done.
clarified things a bit. What else?
Okay. Kim, I'm gutted about the die. That could have made a difference. Let me have a look at my notes. Okay, people say the commercial building on the plaza is cursed. No business will ever thrive there without going bankrupt. You promised Plaisance you'll look into it. Into the sealed door behind the bookstore and find out what happened to the companies. I've done that. Now I just need to go back to Plaisance to tell her that... Well, I think my conclusion is it's just capitalism. Let's see. What else do I have? Let's have a look at my items. This 20-sided die is made of bloodstone and inlaid with lapis lazuli, its colours resembling police sirens. Its blue partner is missing. Kinda looks like the fire department is arriving on the scene. Got fucked? Shit fingers? Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Okay. Also... Okay. I need to start thinking about how I can improve my skills, Kim. Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. After that last little escapade, maybe I need to work on my hand-eye coordination. But look, it's not really where I excel, is it? Okay. Let's have a look at my map. Let's see, what other things do I need to go? Maybe go back and talk to Joyce again at some point. Check out the broken windows that are out the back. Anything else that's maybe worth looking at? Something that I might think I can do. The white envelope. Maybe have a look at that. Where is the white envelope? Here. Okay, white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Everard Clare. Inside there's some legal documents with 2 names. Okay. Let's have a closer look.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Let's see if I can... I'll put them back in. Logic, not my strong point. Not my strong point. However, let's have a look at... Do I have anything that might help me get in a more logical state of mind? Okay, I can put my glasses on. See if that helps. You never know. Let's see.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Right. Let's see if I can find a loophole in this deal.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it.
Lieutenant frowns as he reads over the document again.
Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Oh, that's rather sneaky, Kim. You surprise me. You surprise me. Twice just since we've come up these stairs.
However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Everard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
I like that idea. I like that idea, Kim. Thanks. Let's put them away. Okay. Let's go and see Plaisance. She's not going to be happy. And then at some point, we want to go back to see if that fridge is defrosted. We'll see if we can get it open. I want to try another tape in that machine. Then, what time is it? It's getting late. After 9 o'clock, we need to go and interview this guy. Can we get down here? We need to go and interview the guy out the back. We could check out the broken window as well. Plenty to be doing, Kim. And then at some point, I'm going to see if Kim forgets about the body. Yeah, I'm going to see if Kim forgets about the body, and I can remind him in the morning. Because if I don't want to send him off, because then I really want those boots. Part of me just wants them. The same way I wanted the dice, but I dropped one of them. I hope I don't drop the ball with the boots either. Okay, let's talk to Plaisance. Tell her that there's no curse. I think she likes the idea of a curse, though, Kim. I think it makes her life more interesting.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Okay. Just while we're here, just your daughter was the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes, I did.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Okay, I feel for this poor girl. I think I'm going to have her back.
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
This look 10. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
It's look, it does bother me the way you're sort of handling her. It's very cold out there.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Fine. Okay. The child's cold. Let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Look, I talked to the entity that you told me about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker?
Mm-hmm.
Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Look, I don't think she's a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's just a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed by this.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
She's got it bad.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Okay.
You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Yeah. I can't break her. The answer that Niha gave us made sense, but that's not going to satisfy Plaisance. She needs this. She needs this. It keeps her alive, this belief. So I'm going to lie to her. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
I don't want to take the lie too far, and she knows more about Semini stuff than I do. I'm afraid I can only identify the source, but you'll have to call some other experts to lift the curse.
Oh, I see. I guess it's time to visit Boogie Street again.
Boogie Street?
I'm sure that I'll find someone who can help me get rid of the doom that still remains in this house. Things are improving. I can feel it.
She nods.
Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
Well, you're welcome, Plaisance. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
It will only last a day or two, a week tops. Then her mood will sour and she will feel the curse again.
Hopefully we'll be gone by then.
All right, then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
What if I want to buy a book, Kim?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go! Get back there. The books await you.
Okay, I'll take another look.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Okay, farewell for now. I can't remember what books were
The
around.
display
Kim.
rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Wow, Kim, look, more Hyundai.
Mountains of it. Heroic quantities of Hyundai. Roy's puny shirt is nothing compared to the real deal.
Let's have a closer look.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic, Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there here?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
Okay, enough.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Do any of these books call out to me?
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Lovely. That's just lovely. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else on it. It's not after 9 o'clock, which is when we need to go and talk to this other guy. Let's see what we've got here. Check these books again.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Let's have a look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
I could do with some of that.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Okay, how does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
What an interesting perspective.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Quite a conundrum. Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
Okay, it's got my attention.
there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraise tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases.
I don't think that's a
Pre
worry
and
for me.
post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
No. Let me think.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
Okay, what's this all about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire.
Yeah.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
Okay, what else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Okay, and what does this pale-aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour.
Okay, this is from what Joyce told me and from the woman lorry driver. That troubles me.
These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions.
Okay. I think my desire for fixing my liver... I don't know. Something about this doesn't feel right.
This is exactly what you need.
Anything else of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Well, I certainly don't need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Okay. It's intriguing me. It bothers me. But it's got the better of my curiosity. I'm going to buy it.
Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have spoken to you.
It does, Plaisance, it does.
Well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
Yes, me too. Me too. Kim, I could probably put this torch out, can't I? Let's do that. Felt good walking around with it, though. Made me feel like a police officer investigating a crime. I'm going to... We're not in a hurry, Kim. We can't go and see the guy until after 9 o'clock, so... I want to have a look at this book, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale. The small green book giving off a peculiar foreboding impression, although it's hard to figure out why. It describes the various ways of healing debilitating ailments through the use of the pale, some of which sound implausible at best. But there might be something of use. There might be. Let's have a look.
Medicinal Purposes of the Pale. The cover of this heavy tome features a number of esoteric symbols.
Okay, let's open it up.
Flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the pale. A large pharmacopoeia makes up nearly half of the book.
Okay, what's a pharmacopoeia?
You come across the following explanation. While modern pharmacopoeia are continually updated by so-called experts based on the results of clinical trials, readers will find assembled here the timeless wisdom relied upon by generations of traditional Seolite medicine practitioners, Mesk mystics, and Ilmaran folk doctors. Finally, something to calm the angry spirits that have been plaguing you.
Well, that could be useful.
It seems to contain descriptions of the medicinal properties of various ingredients that may be gathered from the pale, as well as instructions for producing a variety of herbal remedies.
Is there anything in there about restoring lost memories?
There are a number of Seolite tonics that promise to improve your short-term memory, but nothing that speaks to your condition.
What about curing an apocalyptic hangover?
There's nothing in here that speaks to hangovers directly. However, while browsing through the various descriptions, you become convinced that you could assemble something from the ingredients listed here. Want to give it a shot?
Okay, book, let's see what you've got.
First, you need to choose a base ingredient.
Ginger root.
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle.
Okay. Let's mix it with a dram of whiskey.
Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, a spoonful of sugar does help the medicine go down.
You've created a delicious tincture of whiskey and ginger. According to the pharmacopoeia, it should increase your energy and focus, though, in your experience, it's only done the opposite.
Ah.
Would you like to try again?
Okay, once more.
Very well. First, choose a base ingredient.
Let's go with mint.
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle.
Let's go with mix it into a paste with some aloe vera extract.
Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Some wild ginseng root.
You've created a delicious tincture of whiskey and ginger. According to the pharmacopoeia, it should increase your energy and focus, though, in your experience, it's only done the opposite.
Is it going to be the same result for every single recipe?
Would you like to try again?
No. I am starting to think it's all a bunch of hooey anyway.
You close the book and find yourself staring at the familiar cover once more.
Let's put the book away. Okay. Anything else I need to look at? I'm not sure. Look at this bullet again.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a...
Put it away. Anything else? Anything else? No, Kim, that's... I think we can go and talk to our friend. Let's do that. We've passed some time. Goodbye, Plaisance. Right. Now, which way do we need to go? I think we need to head up this way. Let's keep an eye out for bottles as well. Because I've spent some of my money. I need to get... is it down this way? How do we... How... do we have... Can't remember the way in, Kim. How do we get into the yard again? Go further around, is it? Yes. Okay. Let's go and do some detecting. Keep an eye out for some bottles as well while I'm at it. Not seeing much. Right. There's that door we opened for Everard. I wonder if we took a look inside now, would it matter? Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's focus, Kim. Focus. Right. Which way was it? We need to get out to the other balcony, don't we? Which I think is over this way. Is it this one or this? That's the balcony. Nope, wrong balcony. Wrong balcony, we want the other one. Nothing else of note. That takes us out the front. Which door was it? Kim, my memory isn't the best. You need to help me out here. Is this where we... Hang on, here we go. Is it here? Yes, this is it. There's the man with the cigarette. Okay, Kim. Let's go and talk to him. Hello again.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
So we got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling as he looks at me. Something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I was hoping to talk to a possible witness. Your balcony does overlook the murder scene.
Then I have some good news for you.
Oh. His eyes narrow. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Okay. Very well. I'll talk to him, but I wanted to talk to you first. I've just so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay, fair enough.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Okay.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Sad. Why do I feel sad?
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
That is quite sad. Where do you need to run to?
To the city.
He
It's a beautiful night.
He gestures idly toward distant motorways. Okay. Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
Okay, Harry, get a grip.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Okay. Right. Kim, we need to go and talk to this mysterious friend.
Right after you.
Let's go and see who's behind here. Maybe we might actually get a witness to this murder. At least they'll get us out of the rain, Kim. At least they'll get us out of the rain.